see you.
How's Bill?
Oh, he's still sleeping. As a matter of fact, I was just going to call you because I wanted you to know what really happened at the police station last night.
What?
Bill went down there to confess that he started the Fifth Street fire. The account of the fire in the paper the next day, he assumed that he'd started it by knocking over the kerosene lantern. And then Cutter said that it wasn't necessarily like that it could have started, well, nobody knows how, really, but that it might have started by a spark from one of the firecrackers, and that, anyway, most of the damage was done by those huge vats of chemicals that were in the warehouse next door.
Well, they didn't mention anything about Bill in the paper.
I know. And we have Detective Cutter to thank for that. See, what happened was that once Bill started talking to him, he realized that his theory about arson was probably wrong, and that we would never know how the fire started, and it was an accident, and what was to be gained by dragging some poor boy's name through the papers and possibly ruining his life. I'm just so grateful to that man. And I'm so grateful to you for just coming down to the station with us and sticking by us and not asking any questions.
It's okay. Poor little Billy must have been so scared.
Yeah, he was. He was really scared. And Cutter and I talked to him and said that it wasn't his fault. I don't know if it worked or not. I mean, if it was anybody's fault, it was mine.
What do you mean?
Well, because I lit that kerosene lantern and I left it there in that very precarious position. And what's more, Bill wouldn't have even gone to the warehouse if he hadn't been mad at me. You know, I didn't realize it, but he was standing right out in the foyer and heard that horrible argument that I had with Josh about you. I know what you're going to say. I know hindsight is perfect, but boy, I really do feel as though I made a mess of it.
You know, that's the one thing you didn't do. You never neglected your kids. They always came first.
That's not what Bill says.
Yeah, well, I think that sometimes kids resent anything that takes their parents' attention away from them. It's normal.
Yeah.
You know, it's good everyone knows about us. We're gonna make it, you know.
I hope so.
We will. I just think that maybe you need to spend a little more time with Bill and your family, without me as a distraction.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. Nothing permanent, of course. Just until things calm down a bit.
Do I have your permission to telephone you?
You certainly do, as often as you can.
Okay. I guess you're right. I guess I can make it for a little while.
As long as it's not too long.
Yeah. Do you really know how much I love you?
Yes, but I never get tired of hearing it. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. And I'm just across town if you need me.
I need you every second.
Help! Help! Somebody make it stop! Make it stop! Make it
Bill?
stop! Help! Somebody make it stop! Help! Somebody make it stop!
Oh, honey, sweetie, what is it? What's wrong? What is it?
I had a bad dream.
Yeah, what about?
The fire.
Oh, honey.
I thought it was all over, Mom.
It's okay now. It's all right. Honey, you don't still think that you started the fire, do you?
No, I heard what Detective Cutter said. He wasn't just saying that to make me feel better, was he?
No, absolutely not. It was an accident, and that's what the official police report says. I'm just so sorry that you had to find out about Matt and me that way.
Yeah, well, when I saw that note on the bed you left for him, it made me so mad.
I know. I'm sure it did. I feel awful about it.
Yeah, well, it's not your fault, Mom. I mean, I just didn't want you to be with anybody but Dad.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have liked anybody you picked.
Well, thanks for being so honest with me. I really didn't handle the situation at all well, but none of it, not one little single part, was your fault. You do know that, don't you?
I guess.
Yeah. And when I think about what you did, when you went to the police station and told them what you thought you had to tell them, and how much courage that took, it just makes me so proud of you.
Yeah, well, I was so scared I almost couldn't breathe. But I had somebody to talk it over with first.
You did?
Yeah.
Who?
Dad, he told me to do it.
When did you speak to your father?
That's the number of the prison where Dad is. I copied it out of your book. I didn't think they were going to let me talk to him, but I told him it was his son and it was an emergency. So they set it up for him to call me back.
And did you tell him that you thought that you started the fire?
Yeah. But we talked about other things, mostly about you.
I see. Did he know about me and Matt?
Yes, he read about it in the papers.
What'd he say?
Just said I have a really good mom and I should never forget that. He also said you deserve to be happy and have somebody to love.
Go on.
He also said that you guys tried really hard to make your marriage work and he made some pretty bad mistakes, so he shouldn't expect you guys to get back together after he got out. Neither should I.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I don't know. I always thought you guys would get back together someday.
Yeah, well, I don't think we're going to. But, you know, when your dad does come back, you'll be able to see him as much as you want. Now, tell me, what did he say when you talked to him about the fire?
That I should go to the police, so somebody else wouldn't have to take the blame. And I did. They aren't going to bring up any more charges against Mr. Dickerson, are they?
No. No, they're not. You did the right thing. You did what your daddy would want you to do. Really proud of you and of him. Hi.
Hi, is Bill okay?
Yeah, he's fine. You didn't have to wait.
All right. He's a good kid.
He's a great kid.
Well, I'm gonna get out of here.
Okay. I am gonna miss you.
It's not forever.
It's gonna feel like forever. I'm not gonna let you go.
Be good. Take care, friend.
Yeah, man.
I just really didn't know how to tell him about me and Matt, and I thought about it all the time, and I was hoping that there would be exactly the right time or exactly the right place, and of course it never happened, and I should have told him much earlier, but... Well, the last thing I wanted was for him to find out in anything like that fashion, but I know that things would have been really a lot worse for him if you hadn't talked to him and told him what you said. So I just wanted to call and tell you that our boy is okay. Yeah, he's okay. And I wanted to say thank you Thank you, Billy.